G'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to our Curse of the Crimson Throne Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign. Joining me today is these wonderful and amazing people over here who are my Patreons that support the channel, come play with me, and hang out on this beautiful day, whether it is Sunday evening or Monday morning for you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this awesome adventure. Good morning, good evening, guys. How we doing?
Good.
Going pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah. Good days.
Spectacular. Why am I so tiny? When did I become so tiny? There we go.
I don't know.
That's better. I don't know. Things are moving around. All right. Anyway, I digress. Yeah. Good morning. And now, for those of you who do not know what we're doing, we are playing a Pathfinder First Edition campaign known as Curse of the Crimson Throne. But we are doing something a little bit different. We are converting the game from Pathfinder First Edition to 2nd Edition, the newest edition from Paizo, that has a few different rules here and there and different ways of running things, but it has been an absolute delight. It has been just so much fun being able to play with my party and get to explore the game in a very different light to when I played it in 1st Edition. So it's been great. It's been awesome, and the characters are just so entertaining and so much fun, and having you guys in the audience come and join along on the adventure has also been a delightful treat. We've had an NPC join in who is a world of fun. We've got a few more NPCs kind of on the horizon as well, so there you go, there's also them, and yeah, lots more adventures to come. But of course, before we dive into any of that, let's meet the lovely players and the characters that they're going to be playing, starting with none other than our dear friend Twiff, playing Padrick. G'day, mate.
Hello, I am playing Padrick Perdita, who is a gunslinger. He is a disinherited son of a well-to-do, not quite noble family. Was going to train at the wizard school, lost his position and his scholarship, and was kicked out when he was framed for murder by Gadrin Lamb. During that, it also came out that he had been a half-elf passing as human for his whole life, which was a surprise to many, including him. He never really kind of noticed. His father, of course, not being an elf, was not happy about that. That's why he's disinherited, and he has got his vengeance finally, is happy about that, and right now was woken up after they went to go investigate the fact that a ghost brought all these party members together, and been wandering through the streets trying to avoid rioters, and found ourselves in a bit of trouble right now.
All right. Yeah. There's definitely a bit of trouble lurking around and floating about. Yeah, and I mean, I wouldn't say that you guys are solving anything in any particular quick fashion, but you are definitely trying to ride out the night and try and do some damage control here. Next up, of course, playing the delightful pixie Holly is none other than the equally delightful Malgisa! Yay!
Hello. I play Holly, who is a nobly born fairy and whose parents decided they wanted to calm her down by forcing her into an arranged marriage. Holly, being someone who spent most of her life reading books, decided she wanted to go out on her own adventure and be like the characters and the heroes of the books she liked to read so much. So she got to Korvosa and found out it's actually not as much fun in real life as it is in the stories. So that is what she is currently dealing with, and she brought along with her her husky mount Penny, who is her faithful companion and with her always.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Next up on our list, playing the role of the intrepid investigator Quinn, is none other than the very, very wonderful Ire Janasi.
Hello.
How we doing?
It was all right. I'm all right. So I had this thing.
Oh, good.
It was hotter than usual in the gritty city of Korvosa that night, the kind of a night where any booze party would end in a fight. I was rudely awakened from my sleep to find rioters in the street. I'm Ire Janasi. I'm playing Quinn, native to Korvosa, and my class type is investigator, and I am a detective.
Spectacular, and I love that film noir, black and white entrance. That was great. That's amazing.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, very very cool. Next up, of course, in our list is the automaton Fido, being played by the wonderful Chad. G'day, Chad.
Hello, how's everybody doing tonight? I am playing the automaton Fido. He looks like a giant dog that can walk on his hind legs. He's over 3,000 years old and has been asleep for some time and recently woke up in the last 6 months or so, and he decided to make his way to Korvosa as being the nearest city to see what life is like now. There, he got tied up with a plot of this villain that he had joined with Padrig and the rest of the group, trying to figure out what happened to all these children and who was behind all of it. Part of which is because he also had a little stray dog that he had found and befriended, and that dog was brutally harmed by one of these people's sidekicks. So now, having finished that, he's sticking along with everybody else, hoping that they can teach him a little bit about what life is like nowadays in Galarian.
Indeed. Learning more and more as each night and day passes by. And last but certainly not least is, of course, none other than Dante, our kitsune, being played by the wonderful Rykon. Hi, Rykon.
Hello. As Daga said, hello there. Hearing myself.
Are you?
As Dag, yeah, I heard myself for a split second. I was like, but yeah, but yes, playing Dante, the kitsune, who is more or less the local hunter to help get in meat and potentially skins for leather work. Was I just brain farted now.
You were searching for leather work. You found out about one of your friends who was addicted to drugs.
Yes.
That person who was addicted to drugs, started really suffering at the hands of people who were very, very involved with that, and so you decided to look into it. Went and brought down an evil villain by the name of Gadrin Lamb, who was apparently distributing said drugs. Though you never found the apothecary, alchemist, whatever you want to call him, who was responsible directly for it, you managed to work together with a unique group of individuals who have now closely become firm friends in order to try and, I guess, find out what tomorrow brings and see if you can discover the true nature of this drug peddling criminal, I guess, in the city. Sound about right?
Sounds about right.
There you go. Yay! I'm paying attention. All right, and with that, we then return once again to Korvosa. But before we do so, guys, as always, your presence here is an absolute delight, and I want to encourage you guys to know that that all of my games, as they are, involve you, the audience members, who get to come behind the GM screen and play around with us as well. And there are a number of ways that you can influence the course of the game. Number one is, of course, through channel points. We have a bunch of rewards in channel points, including plot twists, insight bonus, inspiration, that allow our players to have a better advantage on whatever it is we're doing. We also have, thank you, Ayurjanashi. Yay! Look at that feeding Phantom. Phantom can have a double serve for that one. There you go, Phantom. Eat that. Yum, 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 yum. We also have a variety of monetary rewards, which also influence the game. For $5, you can grant a hero point to the players or a jinx point to me. These can be used to stave off death, reroll, or petition the GM for shenanigans and nonsense. For $10, you can grant a Wheel or Woe, which is kind of like a souped-up version of a hero point, where you can petition the GM to change elements of the game, even if, like, again, it's a little nonsensical. Things can, like, kind of really switch in or against the party's favor. For $20, you can give someone the coveted Golden 20, which, of course, is a natural 20. And then for $50, you can grant a boss buff to one of the encounters that they're playing against, or create a magic item for them. And as anyone will tell you, I am stingy as heck with magic items. So one of the only ways they'll get them is through you guys. There's also a secret menu item, as always. The secret menu item for this game is special delivery. So ordering from the special menu will do something that I'm only going to tell you is called special delivery. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, because
It means Dak's gonna buy us all pizza.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, can you imagine if I just Ubered everyone pizza, and then it's like they just rock up at your house? Yeah. No, don't get your hopes up for there. But we'll still do a thing. Also, I saw Kitty. Kitty was cute. Kitty was adorable. Just FYI. Just wanted to be known. The kitty is acknowledged. The kitty is loved. I don't know you, Kitty, but I would die for you, Kitty. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I digress. My love of cats aside. Now we return once again. Extra trolley today. I'm extra trolley today. I'm extra trolley. Full stop. That's how it is. All right. Let's get into today's game. All right, here we go. Our adventure returns us to the city of Korvosa, a city wrought in chaos and anarchy. Shortly after our heroes had dealt with the infamous drug lord Gadrin Lamb, the city erupts into chaos. Smoke and fire has billowed out from Castle Korvosa, signifying the death of the beloved king. The streets have run red as people have rioted, looted, set fire to buildings, and more. The blood of dragons and demons rain down from the sky as house drakes and imps battle in the rafters, as our heroes take to the streets in order to try and quell some of the anarchy that has ensued. They have met with crazed lunatics, demanding that they bow down and allow for the end to come. They have managed to deal with some of these imps, and just as the streets seem to be quieting down, a rumble is heard from beneath the ground. As the ground shakes, a smell like of sewage and rot erupts from several fissures in the cobblestone, and then bursting forth is a tremendous, horrifying creature. It is. There we go. Look at that. Ain't that a beauty? A large creature with massive, thunderous elephantine legs and 3 huge tendrils that seem to be hung in the air around what looks to be a maw of razor-sharp teeth erupts from the sewage system below, angered, hungry, and looking for a fight. Let's see if I can get a better picture here for our lovely audience. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Boom.
Also, we don't have map.
There you go. Yep,
There's so many tentacles.
All right, so there you go. That is, of course, the creature known as an Otyug. All right.
Oh, tentacle.
My first time even hearing about it.
You've never heard of an Otyug before?
No.
Well, there you go.
They ain't fun.
Well, I think they're fun. I like me a good Otyug.
Yeah.
All right.
They're cuddly.
They're very cuddly. Actually, they can be. Otyugs, for those of you in the audience who don't know, are creatures that live off rot and decay and often serve as garbage, as basically garbage processing monsters beneath cities like this, where they just sit there and eat garbage and rot and ick. Just ick. But yes, they are,
So
however,
don't get near it. Got it.
yeah, they are, however, very temperamental if bothered or disturbed, and it has definitely been bothered and disturbed. Which then brings us to, as always, our initiative. Now, unfortunately, no one has had an opportunity to stealth or do anything else, so we're just going to roll a flat initiative here. And wow, party 1, giant monster 0. Dante, you are
Damn.
up first, followed by Padrig, Quinn, Holly, Fido, and then the Otyug. So,
Nice.
Dante, you're on deck.
Indeed. Well, I'm not wanting to get any closer to this thing. So what I'm actually going to do is back up a bit more and use electric arc on it.
All right, very well. Your arms begin to glow with electricity as you launch an attack. The Otyug manages to deflect most of it. You deal half damage, which you can roll onto the Otyug, dealing 3 points of damage as the electricity hits it. One of the tendrils seems to block most of it, and as it turns to face you, these little eyelids on the actual tendril begin to open and look you square in the eye.
I'm gonna give Fido guidance. That's my last act. Oh wait, no, I cannot.
No, because it's going to take you
Yes,
2
'cause
actions.
I did a move.
You tease.
I did a move. That's why I forgot about that.
All right. Very well. All right. Next up is Padrig. Oops, Padrig. I said. There you go. Now, Padrig, are you still under the effects of guidance?
I would think that
No.
is worn off by now, right?
They are guidance immune for about an hour.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so I am going to also kind of get as far away from this thing as I can while still having some viable exit strategies. So I'm going to move over to here, and then I'm going to shoot him because that's what I do. So I'm going to use normal bullets to start off.
See how things go.
And
Oh.
miss. All right.
Oh.
Yeah, 16 is not good enough. I will take my last to do a thoughtful reload and see if I can recall any knowledge about this thing.
Very well. As the bullet flies through the air, the winding tendrils are hard to hit. They narrowly avoid your hot steel as your bullet flies out. As you begin to load, you ponder yourself what manner of creature this could be. I need either a nature or society check.
Let's see. Nature or society? I'm going to go with society. I'm better with.
All right.
Much better with that. 25.
Beautifully. Okay. Lords of sewers, ditches, and landfills, the Otyug are filthy monstrosities that stomp about on 3 massive legs in search of tasty garbage and refuse, using 2 barbed tentacles to grasp and tear, guided by a third with a perforation of eyes at the end of a large stalk. The Otyug has perfectly adapted to life in cramped, disgusting environments, where it uses its appendages to squeeze into tight spaces, look into narrow corridors, and seize hidden prey. Most assume that Otyugs originally evolved in swamps and moved into sewers as civilization encroached on their natural habitats. Truth or no, they are now one of the largest predators in those dark environs. Otyugs are territorial, but have been known to form loose collectives, even giving each other important-sounding titles like King of the Offal, Duchess of the Slime, to indicate rank and station within their sludgy world beneath the streets. Those who run across Otyugs might be surprised to hear it speak and shout at intruders to leave its putrid home, or demanding tribute in the form of trash or other prizes of a dubious nature.
All right. Would it cost me any action to kind of yell at my companions that it might take an offering to go away?
It would take you an action to do so. No, I do not think so.
Okay. So I will then shout, hey, these things are actually smart. It might, we might be able to reason with it. If someone wants to give it a try. Sorry I shot at you. That's my turn.
All right. Quinn, you're up next.
All right, I'm also going to take the opportunity to get some distance. I feel like I grabbed some of those, like the bread from Zalara's house during the first round through that she had left for us. It's probably pretty ripe and yucky now. I'm going to fish that out of my pocket and toss it at the Ottog.
All right.
Is it Ottog? Am I saying it right?
I say Otyug.
Ottug. Okay. So I'm going to toss it at the Ottug.
All right. So you grab this piece of like moldy, crusty bread and you hurl it in its direction. It lands on the floor, and you know that the eyes have seen it. It, however, bears no effect. The creature looks angered and enraged.
It probably didn't wake up very well with all this rioting going on. All right, I'm gonna... Can I prep my crossbow and hold my action until it acts definitively aggressive and makes an attack on any one of us?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take out your crossbow, you ready in action, and you aim, prepared for what is to come.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
All right. Meanwhile, Holly, you had, during the course of our previous encounters, been trying to avoid being noticed by the little drakes and the imps that are floating in the air here. And you finally managed to catch up to the rest of the group, who has kind of unceremoniously left you behind with their very, very long feet. So you arrive from the east over here. Again, kind of sticking close to the buildings as to avoid getting swooped and picked up by accident by one of the flying creatures that are battling in the air above you.
I should unmute first. Okay, so I'm stealthed and it hasn't noticed me yet?
Correct. It has not noticed you.
Okay, I would like to sneak over here. Yep, here. Yep. And then is there a drain pipe or like climbing handholds or anything on the side of the building?
There is a like a gutter pipe that is on the corner of the building there.
Okay, I would actually like to shimmy up the pipe and get on the roof.
All right, not a problem. You grab hold of it and begin to climb one hand over the other and make your way onto the roof.
Okay, and then that will put me right here.
You will move at half speed to get up vertically.
Okay.
And it is a 10-foot high rooftop, so it would take you 20 foot to get from the floor to the roof.
Okay, so third action would be to move over here, and I think that'd be my turn then.
All right. Looking down, you can kind of see the writhing tendrils below you. All right. Fido.
Can I make any kind of like a nature check or something to see if I can understand these things as well? Like what might be pissing it off right now, kind of thing, or?
Go with a perception check. This is more of a sense motive than anything else. Like you're trying to get insight into what might be wrong here.
All right.
Sure. It's an angry monster.
Roar. Brr. All right.
You rolled occultism for some reason.
Did it go occultism? Oh, I grabbed the wrong one, apparently. I apologize. You said perception, yes?
Correct.
Okay. That's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. All right. So you can tell that this creature is enraged from the looks of it and the fact that it's come up from from below the street, like literally bursting up. It's likely the sound and the noise that is just running over the entire city. It's kind of like in that moment of I've had enough, and he's just kind of coming up to like mess up anything and anyone that's like responsible for the noise up here.
All right, so I will actually first, just in case, use my first action to, I'll use an action to mark him as a hunted prey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to make myself look bigger, and I'm saying to can't try to intimidate him and say, "Go back! You don't want this. Go back! There's nothing here for you."
Okay, make an intimidation check.
And hopefully, this is going to actually give me a +2 because I've marked him as my guy, my thing.
Your hunted prey.
Thank you. The words, they come easy, don't they? 10.
Yeah, that's not gonna really do that. Let's see, hunted prey.
Right, go away.
Also, you do not get a +2 on your intimidate. With your hunted prey, it's a concentration action that gives you a +2 on your perception when you're seeking prey, and +2 on survival when you track them.
But I do have the outwit, which is my specialization for it, which allows me to.
Yep, and then you can get a +2 on your deception. Yep, so you're trying to outwit it, basically.
Yes, and that also gives me the bonus to AC against it as well.
Yep. Beautiful. All right. Well, despite your best efforts, the creature is very much more intimidating than you. All right.
If I have any more actions, am I done?
You spend one action to hunter mark, one action to intimidate. You've got one more left.
I'm going to back up, and I'm commanding. Wait, is an action to command Kane as well?
It is an action to command Kane.
All right, so I'm going to.
Well, keeping in mind, you know that Kane will move into a defensive position automatically. Like that's an animal companion's natural state. Is if it hasn't been given an instruction, it'll move to defend.
All right, so I want to actually then move over this way with him.
Okay, and yeah, he'll move here to defend you.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. We then go to the Otyugh. Now, the Otyugh begins to shake, and as it does, this rancid gel, this kind of almost like brown but translucent sludge, begins to sort of spray off it. Now, this is not an action. This is simply an automatic thing that occurs. All creatures in a 40-foot radius that remain in the 40-foot radius must make me a fortitude save. So let's start with this. Fortitude save on Dante. Dante will succeed. You avoid the effect. Quinn. You avoid the effect. Padrig. You critically fail.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh, that's fantastic.
All right. So that will give you sickened 1, slowed 1, and while you're within the aura, you take a -2 penalty Well, no, yeah, you basically are more susceptible to disease while you're in this aura.
God, so bad. Smells.
Ugh. All right. Fido, you fail, giving you sickened and slow. I should have. Ah, no, that didn't work. Okay, hold on. I'll let's fix that again. There we go. Sickened and slowed. Let's make sure I haven't given you 2 of these. There we go. All right. And then we go to our old doggo, Kane. Ooh, inspiration. Odd Bandicoot. Who gets the inspiration?
Oh no.
That's a critical failure on the doggo.
Save the dog.
Let's see. Sandberg, while we're waiting to find out who Odd Bandicoot is going to bestow the inspiration upon, what is the difference between Pathfinder and D&D? Honestly, just some crunchy rules. That's about it. Apart from that, it is fundamentally the exact same game. Stuck into the cool room to watch. Ah, thank you. Well, to let you know what's going on. Oof, and another failure there. As Holly does not make the cut and is also sickened and slowed. Now, sickened gives you penalties on your rolls, and slow means you lose one of your attacks. But Fido does it. But does that no? So inspiration only applies to one player of your choice. So Fido, you may do a re-roll. So let's see what Fido does.
It might need to get reworded because it does state on there it's all.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Yeah, that might have been an old one. Sorry, my apologies. But yes, unfortunately, Fido, as you've re-rolled it, you are still, however, sickened.
It was meant to be.
Twas meant to be.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, I will remember. I'll remember that one. Yes, and I'll also, because apparently there's a code that you can use to, like, when you choose the thing, you can actually pick a player to do that with. So we might do that way. All right. So that was just it being there, right? That wasn't even it doing anything. Now, right. It has been shot at, so there's been loud noises coming from Padrick. It hasn't seen Holly. And Quinn threw a bread bit at it. Fido has been aggressive towards it, so it is going to head towards... Yeah, it's going to head towards here. So its first action is moving towards our group here. Its second action is it is going to try and... Yeah, it's going to try and thwop frickin' Fido, because Fido was trying to intimidate it. Oh, that is a natural one, but not on my watch. I'm going to use my jinx point.
Oh.
All right, let's try that again, shall we? Second verse.
Chicken bone.
Oh, that's still a miss, though. So the first tendril reaches down and tries to grab at Fido, but completely and utterly misses. It is going to then use its second action and target Padrig as the tendril reaches up and over. That one will hit. As it does so, that is 12 points of damage.
Holy shice. Ow.
Ow.
And you are grabbed by this tendril. Okay, it hasn't bitten you yet. Can't use its reposition, can't use its constrict. Yep, you are just grabbed. So this large tendril has reached around you and has just sort of squeezed onto you. There you go. That is it. All right. Top of the round. Dante, the smell is penetrating. What do you do?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move so I'm not inside this smelly aura.
All right. That does mean you do need to go around the corner.
Yes, I am thinking of what to do first beforehand because otherwise I might just be out of range of things.
I don't know why it cracks me up. Just watching your anime dog move.
Yeah, I'm gonna use electric arc on it again.
You're gonna cast what? Sorry.
Electric arc again.
Electric arc. All right, get it done.
You and your half damage.
You and your half damage.
Okay. All right, there we go. Done. All right, half damage, which does 3 points of damage. Once again, as the electric arc comes out, it sort of swats away with one of its limbs, which the electricity does go through, but not nearly as deeply as one would hope.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, that is my turn.
That is your turn. We then go to Padrig. Oh, wait, no, sorry, you can't move in that case because you're slowed because of your sickened aura. Oh, no, you saved. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, I made my save.
You made your save. I forgot.
I was the only one that did.
No, you and Quinn didn't.
No, Quinn, yeah.
Yeah, you and Quinn didn't. I forgot because there were so many bad ones at the end. All right, Padrig.
All right. Well, I'm stuck in a tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Really not much for me to do except
I guess I'll die.
shoot it in the head. Yeah, I could do that too. I'm going to try and avoid that. Trying to avoid that. And I will try and shoot it.
All right. Pulling out one of your hands free from the slimy grasp of this foul-smelling beast, you aim your gun down the barrel. It hits.
Woohoo! Remarkable.
All right. 3 points of damage as the bullet sinks into its leathery flesh.
All right. I got one more action, so I will just use that to reload and whimper. Pain.
All right.
Oh god, it smells so bad.
You reload. All right. Quinn, you're up next.
Also, I should have spoken up at the time because I only just realized I was holding a shot for his first aggressive.
Yes, no, you're right. Yes, you, well, this won't count towards your action, but you can take your shot if you would like.
All right. Well, there it is.
There it is. All right. Your crossbow flies, and let's find out what happens. Roll. Give me a 1 to 5.
Nuggets. 2.
2. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1, 2. That is a range friendly fire. You hit the nearest ally. I'm gonna say that your nearest ally is a one of 2 choices, which of course is Padrig.
Kane or Fido. Oh, okay.
No, Padrig or Fido. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's find out what happens. Here we go. Odds will be Padrig, evens will be Fido.
Shot's really bad if I hit behind me, though.
All right, Fido. So, now does it say the attack just hits?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Friendly fire. You hit the ally. So, yep, you just deal damage.
Oh, so I roll for damage on. Oh.
On Fido. Yep, that's it. So, a crossbow bolt hits you, Fido, square in the shoulder. Now it's not
Sorry.
Now it's not necessarily Quinn that's done this. So as the Otyugh has attacked, its tendrils have lashed out, and it's kind of like bumped your shot.
Oh.
So you were aiming at it, and instead of shooting at it, it's bumped the shot into Fido. So it's quite clear that it's not an intentional oops. She's been thrown off balance.
Right.
At least they don't get benefits with their crossbow.
But that is
Damage.
but bear in mind that is a reaction from the previous round. It is now your turn, still, Quinn.
All right. So I will try again to fire a bolt. I'm trying to get it to drop Padrig.
All right.
$20.
Very well, a 20. Okay, that will hit as you aim at the tendril, like kind of holding up Padrick. The arrow flies in and strikes. Deal your damage. All right, 2 points of damage. It ends up hitting the creature. Now, you're noticing that this creature, while of course you are hitting it and striking it, and there are these wounds appearing, the kind of refuse has created almost like this protective layer around it, which is why the damage isn't sinking in as deeply. It is still enraged. It is not overly, it doesn't look overly injured yet, but it is still angry, lashing, and moving around.
Now, you said earlier that it gives warnings to people. So does it, it has the means to communicate and it can understand my language?
Let's start with it has the means to communicate. The answer to that is yes. As to if it understands your language, you are not certain.
All right. So I'll look at it and I'll say, hey. I know this night has been upsetting for you. It has been for me, certainly. We would just like to leave you in peace.
The creature growls with almost like this rumble from the back of its throat. As it does so, I need you to make me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Something good.
No, and that is also a critical failure.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, this creature just roars and it spits and salivates in your general direction. So you've shot at it.
One last move and I take a step back.
Good call. All right. Let me just check something on the stench aura real quick.
Being that they have to keep retaking those saves.
No, yeah. So anyone who has saved is immune for 1 hour.
Oh, that's good.
It still smells.
Okay, so yeah.
Quietly going.
Yeah, so as long as you're pretty much just sickened of stuff for the duration you're in, so it doesn't get worse, as it were, which is great. Spit in your general direction. Fuck that you. No, okay. Holly, you're up next.
Okay, 2 questions. First off, do I get backstab on him because he hasn't noticed me yet?
Yes, you are striking from concealment, therefore you get sneak attack.
Okay, cool. Second one, I still have a wheel, don't I?
Yes, I believe you do still have a wheel from 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, 2 sessions ago. Okay, cool. First thing I want to do is shoot it with the backstab.
Shoot it with a backstab.
Yeah.
All right, one moment. Let me just add flat-footed to him real quick so that you get the bonuses for it. All right, there we go. He is flat-footed.
Also, Bandicoot gave them an inspiration.
Yes.
Oh. Redeemed an inspiration for Holly earlier after Fido Dag. Ah, yes, very well. Yes, I do remember that, yes.
I am going to use that inspiration to re-roll that.
You may do so. Thank you, Bandicoot.
Thank you, Bandicoot.
You're a hero, Bandicoot.
Much better.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice. All right, solid hit. All right, deal your damage, and you do get to add your sneak attack dice onto this as well.
Do I have to add that manually, or does it automatically do it?
There
Try.
should be a thing on there.
I mean,
it.
try it normally and see if it does it automatically.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Yeah,
there you go.
Huzzah.
Huzza.
All right.
Okay.
6 points of damage sinks into its back. It is now acutely aware of you and is no longer flat-footed.
Yeah. Okay, and for my wheel, I would like to shoot a crossbow, not at it, but at the building next to it, and try to knock loose a section of the roof. So roof tiles start falling down. Not a full collapse, but like a bunch
Like
of
kind
roof
of
tiles
the
and everything.
like kind of the
falling
chain reaction. Yeah, I know what. Yeah, okay, I can see what you're going with. Nope, I'm happy for that as a wheel. All right.
As long as you hit.
It's gonna be an easy hit. I'm gonna say the DC for this is gonna be a flat 10, like just to fire across and to hit the right tile. Normally it'd be 5 to hit like a location, but because you're trying to create a collapse, you're gonna try and hit it on a particular angle. So make an attack roll into the chat box, and you need to get a 5.
down. Okay, so just roll a straight d20.
Or your second attack.
Or do I do the second attack?
It'll be your second attack of the round.
Okay. All right. Did that?
Who did not roll on the chat.
Okay. Let me try it again. Thought it was on chat.
There we go. Natural
Oh.
20.
Oh,
All right. So not only is that's gonna okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I was going to do 2d6 points of damage when the tiles fell on it. And now because you've critted, we're definitely gonna go to 4d6. But in addition, we're gonna get you a crit card as well. So pick a number between 1 to 5.
Let's go 2.
Well, this makes perfect sense. Target gains clumsy for 1 minute and must succeed a reflex save or drop one thing it's holding.
It's holding Patrick.
It is holding Patrick.
Oh,
Yay,
wow.
drop me!
Nice.
Hard.
Ooh, that is a 24. So unfortunately, it doesn't drop you. But as the tiles begin to fall, they pile down. So roll 4d6 points of damage. Now, it's not just a few tiles. It's like literally like a whole like 4-row series of shingles that just slide down and just start bombarding this creature from above. It is not pleased at that as it takes 18 points of damage.
damn.
I feel like that's more damage than we've all collectively done to it at this point.
It is.
It's 1 point higher. It's 1 point higher. All right. Holly, good moves. So you've shot. You've used your wheel to make your next shot, but you are slowed, so you do lose that last action. As we then go to Fido.
All right. Okay. I'm going to, being this close to him would give me penalties to attack with a ranged weapon. Is that correct?
Ironically not. I think that if you're using ranged in melee, it used to do stuff, but now it doesn't.
Okay, good. Well then, I am going to...
Unless he has attacks of opportunity, in which case he gets free swaps at you.
Oh, yay. Okay, so I am going to attack him directly with a longbow. Actually, the tentacle that's holding Padrick. First attack.
Critical miss.
Second.
Now, keeping in mind, you do have a hero point.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's do that. I'll spend that. Throw that out there.
All right. Fido's hero point is spent.
I can roll again.
Go ahead.
Redo that roll. The exact same thing.
It is meant to be.
All right. Second attack. I'm gonna shoot it at him. Same thing. Ooh, okay.
Oh, just chill. I haven't crit you yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you could have
apologize.
something that makes you not able to do your next move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll find out what that happens there. All right.
I keep forgetting that you can crit miss without rolling a 1 in this one.
Oh yeah, if you get 10 or lower, it's a crit miss, and also it'll tell you in the in Fantasy Grounds where it does. All right, give us a number between 1 and 5.
Let's do a 5.
Ooh, big numbers. All right, let's see what happens. You're using a ranged attack. You are fatigued, meaning that you will take penalties. So now, if you wish to, you may make an attack, but your character is exhausted. It's a mixture of the smell, the attack here as you've kind of shot. You're kind of struggling to catch your breath with the lack of oxygen. You're definitely running a little ragged here.
All right, we'll just apply whatever the penalty was to that last roll, and it's a miss anyway.
No. You re-roll. You don't roll things and just I tell you to roll. That's just rule 101 on Dag's channel.
Otherwise, other things might happen.
All right, go on.
That's because Dag's hoping for another crit miss.
Yeah, it's a little bit. All right.
Yes, dude.
Very well. With a 15 that will miss, however. Your second arrow just misses. Ooh, Odd Bandicoot redeeming an insight bonus. Very well. Insight bonus. Otyugs are not very fast. So, at some point or another, one of the things you do know is that while the Otyug itself is enraged and is violently attacking, there is actually no way in hell it can keep up with you. Even in your slowed condition, moving 60 foot would take all of its actions to be able to chase you. And it just simply can't keep up with you.
All right.
That is your insight into this creature.
I will then relay that information as I step back to the group. They're slow. Run away.
That was my plan as soon as we got him to drop Patty.
Yeah, that's our big issue right now.
Yeah, we can't run yet.
All right. Well, that brings us then to the Otyug. I'm going to grant you wish, because the Otyug is going to attack Holly.
Why Holly?
Because Holly shot him in the back very hard. And Padrig, you are thrown at Holly.
Keep it up, Patrick.
As the tendril swings around and just yeets Padrig across. I need a reflex save from Holly and Padrig.
All right.
That'll succeed.
Ooh.
All right. Well, both of you only take 4 points of damage from the collision.
Patrick does a little flip handspring with his feet and then falls and bangs his knee. Ow!
Yep. It's a little bit rough because it's still coming at with it's kind of still attacking you with some level of velocity. As it does that. Also, how did you make 2 attacks and move, Fido?
I thought you got 3, yeah? No?
Yeah, not if you're slowed, you don't, mate.
Oh, well, then there you are.
You could stay right there. Thank you. I might eat you now. Okay. All right. Second action. It is going to, try and eat Fido. It's not gonna grab. It's not gonna try and grapple. It's gonna try and bite you.
It's iron deficient, so it's going after the automaton.
Oh yeah. All right. That is a bite attack with 9 points of damage.
Wow.
And a fortitude save.
Whoa. Am I rolling that? You got it.
I got it. Hey, critical success. You are fine. You are immune for the time being for the nastinesses that are in its mouth.
You roll better for me than I do.
Yeah, it's gonna try again though. It is gonna try and bite you again.
All right.
So second chompy chomp. That's still a hit. Actually, that's the third chompy chomp. Oh no! Fido is down.
Yay. I mean, oh.
And a fort save, which you succeed as well. Look at that. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're awesome. All right.
Except for the whole dying part.
Except for the whole dying part. Dante. Dante, you watch as this creature just basically picks up Fido, grabs him in his jaws, and just shakes him about and then throws him against the wall. Kane, the wolf, immediately stands over Fido and just starts growling at this creature. Dante, you can't see much more because again your line of sight is pretty slim from where you are. If we draw it, you can kind of barely see Kane there.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is moving closer. 5, 15, 20, 25.
All right. Entering into the stench. Thankfully, you're still immune, so you kind of like hold your breath as you and walk in.
Trying to correctly count out the 25 here. Would I be in range for Fido of a 30-foot range spell?
Let's find out. Where are you?
It should be. Wanting to make sure.
No, you're not.
No, I'm 5 foot away. Darn the 25-foot movement speed. You know what? I'm gonna use my last 2 movement speeds. To get up onto here.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's 20 foot to get up. So, yep, so 5, 25, and you're on the roof.
And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get over to here.
Okay.
And that is all my actions.
All right. Scaling the roof, Dante makes it, and it looks down over the others. Padrig, you're on the roof. You're kind of picking yourself up.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shoot and scoot. So I'm gonna take a shot at him. Shoot and scoot. Take a shot at him.
Oof.
Miss.
It bounces off one of the nearby buildings.
All right, and then I'm going to get myself over to the back side of this roof so that I am, I think maybe here. Do I have enough movement to do that?
Yep.
So that I am got a little bit of cover from the roof line, but maybe still line of sight on him, and I'm out of hopefully his reach.
Keeping in mind there's a 10-foot drop to where he is, so every now and then you can kind of see a tendril going up. But that is it.
Okay.
Ooh, inspiration. Throwing a possible health potion to Fido. I like that. I like that. You know what? I'm going to allow it. Fido, as you lie on the ground, you can see that in the window of one of the nearby houses that you are next to, you're kind of like passed out and stuff. You can see that there is what looks to be a small child who is being yelled at by their parents, who have like upturned one of the sofas and coffee tables and stuff. she sort of goes to the window, and she rolls what sounds like this glass bottle over to you, and returns back inside as her parents frantically rush to drag her in. That one of the tendrils, kind of slams near the door as they go back into safety. But the bottle that is now next to you is a potion of healing. While you are, of course, lying on the ground, sort of slipping in and out of consciousness, you reach for the bottle and you place it onto your lips. As the ruby red liquid passes over, you heal 8 points of healing.
Nice.
I
Thank
like
you,
that.
dude.
I like the healing potion thing. Maybe I'll incorporate that as a regular feature of the channel. But yes, you are no
I
longer.
think everyone in this party would appreciate it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will add something like that. We'll have a look. We'll see. We'll see how many channel points it should be worth, and we'll assess that. But that's a really cool idea. I love that idea. All right, so Fido, you have healed a little bit, and you are now no longer unconscious or dying. Hold on, I just need to check to make sure that you're not still dying. Yes, but you are wounded. So the way that works is that your dying condition when you go unconscious starts at 1, and then once you get to dying 4, you are dead. Once you revive from dying, until you have a long rest for the rest of the day, the next time you go dying, you add your wounded to that dying value. So now that you're wounded 1, you would start at dying 2. And then if you recovered as well, you'd be wounded 2. When you go down next time, it'd be dying 3. You know what I mean? That's kind of how that works. Cool.
Does wounded do anything else to you as well?
No, nothing beyond that.
Okay.
All right. It is, however, Quinn's turn.
All right. So is Fido prone, I assume?
Yes, Fido is currently
All right.
prone.
And if I attempt to drag him, I have half movement speed or something like that?
Probably given your strength, yes.
All right. And if I use 2, I can get him how far away? So that'd be what, like 45? Are each of these squares 5? No, it wouldn't.
No.
It'd be 20 something because it's halved.
Yeah. So yeah, depending on yeah. So I
It'd
would
be about 25 feet if you use both actions after grabbing him.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Super quick, just because we have Reckon joining us in chat, just so that we can recap for those people who have joined us a little bit later. The city is in turmoil. The king is dead, and riots have erupted all over the city of Korvosa. Our heroes have been doing their best to try and quell some of the rioting, but from beneath the streets, a large, monstrous creature, awoken by the sounds of the chaos and anarchy, has burst forth onto the street level and is now attacking our heroes. It is a creature known as an Otyug, a demon, not demon, it's like an aberration that feeds on garbage and refuse. Normally stays in the sewers, but the noise and the chaos has just sort of woken it up and made it super angry. So it's now up here doing stuff. Yeah, that's what's going on. All right, so Ira Janasi, Quinn moves behind Fido and starts to basically loop both arms around, because you've still got the crossbow in one hand. You're kind of looping it around his underarms and using that momentum to drag him backwards. Again, we're going to go at half speed, and your move speed is 25 foot.
Right. So I can get probably to about here with him. Is that about right?
Yes, indeed. And I will allow you to kind of effectively share a square with him as well, because you're basically pulling him in. So that's not a problem.
Okay.
Kane will follow as well. Again, Kane is kind of the companion of Fido, remaining in a defensive stance to protect Kane while he's down. All right, then we return to Holly. Holly, on the rooftop, you're still kind of reeling from when the creature threw your gunslinger at you, as you're kind of holding up some of your wounds. But you can see that the others are starting to make their way away from the creature.
Gunslinger.
Holly's engaged in combat right now and just had an awesome maneuver right there. She's gonna take a shot.
All right. Yep. Take a shot. Hey, Mercs of Mischief, thank you so much for joining in. Hi, guys! Hello.
I'm just gonna use a hero point.
Very well. You can use your hero point. All right.
Seriously.
Oh,
Hey,
that
it's
is
not a critical
unfortunate.
miss, so
It's not a critical miss, so that's good. All right, real quick though, welcome in Raiders from the Mercs of Mischief. Guys, if you've not checked out the Mercs of Mischief, follow the link, do yourself a favor, go watch some excellent D&D stuff. Guys, for who've joined us from the Mercs of Mischief, welcome in. My name is Marco, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I run D&D and other tabletop role-playing games here on my Twitch channel, as well as do lots of cool variety stuff, like playing around with Hero Forge with my celebrity friends and stuff. Today we are playing Curse of the Crimson Throne, a Pathfinder 2nd edition adventure that I am running with these wonderful people who are my Patreons. And right now, the city of Korvosa is in dire straits. The king is dead, the people are angry, riots have erupted all throughout the city, and a giant monster from beneath the streets, an Otyug, has burst forth into the city in order to try and get some peace and quiet by killing people up on the surface. Our heroes, thankfully, were the first creatures that it has encountered, and they're not doing too bad, actually. You know, to be honest, they're not doing bad at all against this large, multi-tendrilled, poo-smelling creature.
We're not really doing good either.
You're not doing good, but like all things considered, this thing could chump you. You know. Holly, who is our, of course, rogue fairy, has taken her first shot down towards the Otyug, and the arrow has missed, unfortunately. You've got 2 more actions, Holly. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take another shot. You've got to be kidding me.
So about that critical miss that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a critical miss.
All right. Hey, Rykon has redeemed.
I say try again.
Rykon has redeemed a reroll. So by all means, have your reroll.
I will definitely take that. Okay. Finally.
Oh, I'm getting eaten again.
Was that this is your second attack, right?
Yeah.
How do you have a +2? Let me check something real quick.
That should have been a +3.
Let me just check something super quick. All right, so you're using a light crossbow, +3. Oh yeah, because you're sickened. That's why. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So unfortunately, as the arrow flies through, it misses narrowly, only because you're kind of still groggy and sickened. But that is your 2 actions. You cannot move any further. Fido, our automaton hunter. What do you want to do?
I want to get up to my feet so I can move easily with Quinn and my animal companion there. And is that an action to finish standing up on 2 feet?
Yeah, it's 1 action to stand up, so you now are on 2 feet, and then you have another action.
Okay.
Keeping in mind you are also fatigued.
Right. Which means in this one.
Let's find out. So while you are... Pardon?
I said, did it limit my movement, my actions, or...
I believe it limits your movement. I will tell you precisely how in just a second. Enfeebled, fascinate, clumsy. I have all of my notes here. Slowed, stunned, permanent, petrified, unconscious. Sorry. Anyway, what would you like to do once you stand up? Just while I'm getting this together.
I'd like to, if I'm allowed, I'd like to return the favor to Quinn by grabbing her and pulling her along with me, so that we're both out of the way. And if I can do that, and if there is also chance, I'd like to, once out of the 40 feet, or as far as I can move, I'd like to try to attack. So let me know which I could do.
Well, with fatigue, you only take a -1 penalty to your AC and saving throws. That's all that happens with that.
Oh, okay.
So you can, I mean, Yeah, look, I'm going to allow you to move at half speed and take her out of the aura if you would like.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
But I'm not sickened, so I'm going to actually protest and say, no. Let me cover you.
Okay.
Well, if she's resisting, you won't be able to. But yeah.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Then, since I am this far away, it should be nice and safe. I'm going to try shooting at him if I can. Or is my actions all gone? I can't remember. I know I have 2 actions, but I don't remember what was what.
So action 1 is standing up. Action 2 is moving out.
Got you. All right.
All right. So with that, Fido is done. We then return to the Otyugh. Now, the Otyugh is only being shot at from above, but it cannot see Holly. So as the tendrils reach up, it's trying to feel around to see if it can find what's, taking shots at it. So let's see. This is dangerous because Holly, it does put you into a vulnerable position where you might get grabbed. So let's start with this. Let's say that there is a 33% chance that you're going to get hit.
Please don't get eaten again.
There are 3 squares there that it might choose from. So if it gets 1 to 33 on the percentage, that's when it's gonna hit your square. So 76. So the first reach does not seem to find you, but you can see this tendril moving around, scouting the area. Wait, what am I saying? No, I'm a moron. Its eyes are on its tentacles. So it lifts up its tentacle and it knows exactly where you are. Yeah, it's going to attack you. All right. Here we go. That is a hit.
Oh yeah, they still have the effects of flat-footed on them.
Holly or the creature?
Holly.
Holly, why does Holly have it?
It's
No,
IFT,
no, Holly's-
flat-footed.
No, Holly's got sickened and slowed.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not saying
I see flat-footed.
What? Well, you're lying.
Oh, never mind. That's a boon. Flat-footed. Never mind.
Ah, okay. Yep. All right, let's continue then, shall we? The tendril reaches up and Holly takes 11 points of damage and is grappled.
Oh.
Oh, no!
All right. Holly enjoys being eaten, apparently.
Apparently.
All right.
Oh no.
Well, you aren't in the mouth
Oh.
yet. You aren't in
Oh,
the mouth
no.
yet.
All right. Well, okay. Well, the next thing it's going to do is reposition Holly next to it. That is a critical success. So, Holly, you are brought down right next to it. And, of course, I'm fairly confident you know what's happening next.
Pachomp, pachomp, pachewy, chewy, chomp.
Pachomp, pachomp, pachewy chomp.
Yep.
Oh, that is a miss, however, as the
my
tendril
God.
reaches up, grabs you, pulls you down, and as it opens its mouth, it sort of chomps where Holly's head would be, and moves its arm very suddenly. You can see the wings sticking out of the tendril, but no head as it's gone, and then suddenly you see this as she pops back out of the tendril, having ducked down, narrowly avoiding getting her head chopped off.
The collective sigh for the rest of the party.
Does he at least bite his tongue or something?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you miss, can I cut your femoral artery? No.
He didn't critical miss.
Yeah, he didn't critical miss. All right. So, but I love the ambition though. That does bring me joy. Because I mean, if you win, it'll never happen if you don't ask. All right, Dante, you're up next.
Oh God. Since I can see Holly, I'm going to use heal as somatic verbal,
Mm-hmm.
as they are within 30 feet, which allows me to give them an extra +8 on top of the D8 for healing at range.
Very nice. you breathe into your hands, and as the wind begins to mix with several leaves and herbs, you then blow them in the direction of the creature. And Holly, as you inhale these healing vapors, you heal 13 hit points.
Nice.
Wait, what? Why? How did you get to 2 hit points? Oh, that already healed. Oh, that already healed. Never mind. It's already doing all the doing all the thing for me already. Never mind. I'm just gonna sit over here and be quiet. All right. So that is that is 2 actions to cast your spell. You've got one action left, Dante. What do you want to do?
I want to move, but at the same time, if I do that, I cannot continue to attempt healing them.
Well, how far do you need to be? How far away is it?
I need to be within 30 feet.
All right. So arguably, you could be like over here if you wanted to, which is much further out of its range than if it tried to get you, but still be within 30 foot to heal Holly. If you want, you don't have to move.
Save yourself.
Rykon?
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, we then go to Padrig. Padrig, you were over on the other roof, again using the apex of the actual roof to like kind of find cover. You're like on the other side, like leering over, and you cannot see any tendrils, and you cannot see Holly.
All right. With that in mind, how much movement do I have? Enough movement with one action to get down off this roof and out of the circle of smell?
Yes, because there is as you can see over here, there is a canopy. You can actually, instead of having to climb down, you can jump onto the canopy and bounce down.
Okay.
20.
So
25.
where would that?
You can get to here
Get me
comfortably.
There.
Yeah,
All
with
right.
one action.
Now I reloaded. No, I shot and moved, so I still need to reload. So I will jump down. As I'm jumping down, I'm going to reload my pistol. Now, because I was slowed, I still only have 2 actions, even though I'm outside the circle of stench now, right? Or do I get another action having gotten out of the stench?
Let's see. How long does the stench persist, if at all? Let's see. Stench. Creature entering this aura must make a save. Yada yada. Same amount of critical success. Temporarily immune. Regardless of save. While the creature is within the aura. Not just. Nope. It's just while it's in the aura. So you no longer have the sickened and slowed. However, if you enter into it again, you'll need to make another saving throw.
Okay. I am going to then use my last action. So I've moved, I've reloaded. I'm going to go position myself 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Let's see. 10, 15, 20, over to here. So I am... Actually, can I get up on this roof? Do I have enough movement to do that?
You will not have enough movement. Yeah, it'll take you 20 foot to get up onto these roofs.
Okay, and I am over here.
Yeah, actually, you could probably go from where you are 5 and then 20 to get up onto the roof.
Okay, so I will do that, and I've got line of sight if he moves out of the area.
If he moves forward, then you'll have line of sight. Right now, however, your line of sight doesn't really.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't see him anyway, and I can't take a shot this round anyway. So I'm positioned where I can at least move to see him or what have you. All right.
Yep.
That's
All right.
me. I'm good.
Padrig is done, which brings us to Quinn, our investigator.
All right, I'm going to look him over and see if I can identify any chinks in its garbage armor, any weak spots. So I'm devising a stratagem to do that.
Very well. as you begin to assess and analyze, it's almost like the TV show Numbers. You can kind of like see, like you can watch as all you're acquiring like all of the different positions of like the injuries it's taken, where it's taken some concussive damage here and there. So the way this works for the audience at home is Quinn rolls a dice, and then in her next attack, she can decide whether or not she uses that d20 or not. It's kind of like a saved roll, as it were. So as you've assessed, you've realized that there aren't too many kinks in the armor. You have a 7.
Right, which would be an 11, which I already know won't hit.
Correct.
So I'm going to... I'm going to stow my sword, or stow my crossbow and draw my sword.
Okay.
And do I have one action left, or is that 2 to do that?
I'd say you've got one action. I'm happy to say that stowing and drawing are 2 separate actions, though the rules say that they are 2. I think it's dumb.
Okay.
I know what you're
I
doing.
appreciate that. Thank you. So, and now I'm going to take the dubious bottle of stone skin potion that I received from Jackagon
Oh yeah.
and consume it and hope for the best.
All
Hope
right.
it does what he says it does.
All right. As you take the bottle of... Okay, so here's the catch. I'm happy to...
I can only hold it.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I can still... I'm happy to say stowing and drawing a sword would be an action.
That's one.
But then to also...
No, the potion is my third action because it's going to last for a while.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Okay, yep. So as you pop the potion, you then drink it, and as you do, your skin starts to take on a stony disposition. All right, now the effects of stone skin for our lovely audience at home is something I know very well because I'm good at what I do, and I'm not just looking up this cool reference using Fantasy Grounds because Fantasy Grounds is like super accessible and lets me do
I
stuff.
could use the refresher,
it could be
so I
different
really
in Pathfinder
appreciate
2e.
It is. It could be. Okay, so here we go. So, the target of Stone Skin. Your skin hardens like stone. You gain resistance 5 to all physical damage except adamantine. Every time you are hit by a bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, the duration of this spell is decreased by 1 minute. Your duration currently is 20 minutes.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you.
All right, there you go. Cool. I wonder if I can... No, can I... Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can apply that as a condition to you. Here we go. No, maybe. Oh, that's stone to flesh. Adoy. Come on, Michael. You're better than that. Nope, I can't. Okay. Well, you got resistance 5. I will remember this. Michael will remember this. All right. Holly, you are up, and you are in the mouth of the creature. Let's change up the music, shall we? I think we've been listening to this one for a bit.
Uses Eufuel as a punching bag. Make him choke you up.
Now, since we can't actually hear the music, I'm imagining this is the Jaws theme.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Holly is going to put away the crossbow and pull out her dagger because she is done with this. And the eyes are on the tentacles, right?
The eyes are kind of like wrapped around you, as it were, but they're like on the inside of the tentacles.
But can I get my arm free to use the dagger?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Holly's gonna take the dagger and she's gonna slam it straight into the nearest eyeball she can reach on the tentacle.
Very nice. All right. Make your attack.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Unfortunately, not. As you try to swing down, as it sort of squeezes against you, it just seems to prevent your arm from like getting deep into it. Tentacles, by the way, are actually quite mobile, so it does make it very difficult to target the eyeball But we do have an inspiration redeemed from the Ire Genasi. So you get to re-roll if you would like, Holly.
Right.
That will hit.
There we go.
All right, now because it doesn't crit, you don't hit one of the eyeballs, but you do manage to land your attack. So make your attack, please. As you dig it into the tendril. All right, 4 points of damage. Nice. All right, second action. What do you want to do?
Was the drawing the dagger an action?
Oh yes, no, it was. You're right. So one action to draw, one action to stab.
Yep.
All right, which brings us to Fido.
All right. I need to help free my friend, so I'm going to shoot a couple longbow arrows. It made no sense. I'm going to shoot at the tentacles holding Holly. See if we can free her.
All right, you are also no longer slowed or sickened. That is a critical miss. I can't help you there.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Fido. Pick a number between 1 and 5.
He's gonna
Wait a second.
Really?
Fido, you used your third attack.
Did he? You did,
Did I?
actually. Yeah, you've used your third attack
Oh
for some
yeah,
reason.
you did.
All right, so add 5 to that. Or no,
well-
actually, add. Yeah, just re-roll.
Yeah, just re-roll it.
roll.
Just roll it again. Yeah, yeah. It's fine.
Just re-roll again, Chad. Just do it again.
There you go. Now it's a
Yeah.
regular miss.
Okay.
All right, as your arrow flies through
Better
the
than
air.
the critical.
It hits one of the walls nearby. Second action, what do you want to do?
Shoot. Okay. There
That
we
one.
go.
That one is a hit. All right, deal your damage as this arrow manages to hit it in the leg for 1 damage.
Big miss.
All right, third action, what do you got?
You grazed
Third
it.
action. You know what? I'll go and I'll attack again with that third action. Let's do
All
it.
right.
Why not? Pew pew pew. Pew 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 pew.
There's the critical miss. All right, pick a number between 1 to 5.
Let's do 5 again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. Spilled ammo. The ammunition for this weapon that you're using falls from its quiver onto the floor. You may spend an interact action to pick up all your ammo. Otherwise, you are out of arrows.
Nice.
So as you've sort of picked up this, it's kind of got snagged on the quiver, and all of the arrows just tumble down to the ground. All right.
Talk.
The Otyug returns and again rumbles and is going to bite Holly. All right, Holly, you are bitten. As it does so, we're gonna make a fort save. That is a critical success. You ignore yet again. You completely ignore the effects of the bite. All right, second attack. It misses as you again quickly move from side to side, avoiding these sweet gnashing teeth. All right. Also, take care, Brill-chan. Be awesome. Stay well.
Good night.
And welcome in,
ya, Brill.
Babunski. Thank you for the bits. So good to see you. Long story short, someone's getting eaten by an Otyug. It's Holly.
Yep.
It's always Holly.
At this point in time.
If someone's getting eaten, it's Holly.
It's yes. All right. Third and final attack with a set of chomping jaws. Oh, that is a miss as well. Okay, so it's just basically just trying to bite at you, just but has not managed to grab you. Yep. Thankfully, your being small seems to be helping you for the time being. All right, Dante.
It's time to heal at range again. did some calculations. I was about 5 feet further than I should have for that.
That's okay. All right. Once again, your healing spells wave and energy flows into Holly. Holly, you have healed another 13 hit points. You are now back to full hit points. All right.
And yet consistent 13.
All right. And yeah, it's very consistent. Very consistent. So yep, you've moved up and you've cast your healing spell. Padrig, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna try and scamper along this roof line to where I can get line of sight.
Yep, I'd say that's about here, happily with a single action.
All right, and then we're gonna do what the gunslinger does and shoot.
Boy, that hung on that nat one for so long. All
It
right.
did, but I really appreciate you going to the 19.
All right, that bullet flies out. Roll your damage.
I'm sad that wasn't a crit.
All right. 5 points of damage as the bullet sinks in. The creature is enraged as it roars from the anger of it being shot yet again. You have one more action, Padrick, if you want to take it.
Yeah, that's gonna reload.
You reload. All right, Quinn, you're up.
Reloading.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to move something around and grabbed the dice on something. Ignore that, please. I'm going to move forward to where I'm within range to use the sword that I have drawn. And I'm going to whack at the tentacle that is holding Holly, but down closer to the Otyog's, the thing's body. So,
All right.
let's see. Nope.
That is a critical miss. As the sword swings, give us a number.
1 is
The weapon
loneliest number.
lodges into the slimy refuse, and it cannot be pulled out unless you make an athletics check.
Oh, goody. We now have a mimic fight at the same time.
All right.
You know, I had an idea for parasitic mimics before. Hey, Twiff giving Quinn an inspiration. Twiff, thank you very much for the inspiration. Quinn, have a reroll, please.
Thank you.
Hey, yeah, I finally figured out that I can do that. That's what that button does.
for, yeah.
That's what that button does. Nice. Very cute.
1 second. All right. 17.
It's not a critical
That's
miss.
it's not a critical miss. It's a regular miss, but yeah, okay. You swing at it, and yes, it doesn't seem to do anything there. All right, so that's your move. You one attack. Do you have anything else?
Can I attempt to grab the flailing tentacle with the fairy in it?
I mean, yes. If you want to try and grab the fairy out of the tentacle, you can do that as well.
It would be the preferred, yeah.
Very well. Make an.
Are her hands reachable? I don't want to be yanking her by her little, little wings.
No, her hands are reachable. All right. I need an athletics check for you. Your target number is 22.
You might stab. You might stab yourself with one of those hands.
Well, I shouldn't even bother trying because
If you get a nat 20, it could work.
no. Look, did you see?
No.
No, because if you get a nat 20, it gives you one step higher than you currently were. So,
Well, I'm a -1.
So a -1 would make you a 19. Your target goal is 22, which means you would fail, and one step higher is you succeed. So you can do it on a nat 20.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, nat 20. We roll those all the time.
Well, all right.
I mean, some people have managed to
worth
roll
a
that
try.
20 for the
It
saves.
Yeah, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. Never hurts to try. So Quinn rushes up.
Except when it does.
Yeah, it's true. Quinn rushes up and grabs hold of Holly's hands and tries to help pull Holly out, but the elasticity of the tendril seems to be resistant to releasing Holly at this present time. Which then brings us to Holly.
Holly's getting tired of getting people trying to bite her, and she's gonna go for the eye with her dagger again.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Again, it hits the leather and doesn't quite punch through. Most of the garbage is providing it a very, very surprisingly effective armor. By the way, the garbage is just flavor text. I have no idea.
Yeah.
What, it's just it's just like this. It doesn't have anything special about it, but it's doing its job better than I think a natural armor would. So hey, Otyugs, if you're watching chat, garbage armor. It's food and armor.
She's gonna keep trying to stab it.
That is a critical miss.
I mean, if a 17 misses, it's pretty good to say the garbage is doing something.
That's probably true. All right, 1 to 5. Let's go, Holly.
5.
All right.
Poop.
It's poop.
The defeated 5.
All right. So with this one, fog of war. So for those of you who have ever actually been in a fight or been in combat, as your blood pressure rises, you start to sort of see stars as your mind begins to go into overdrive, as your blood begins to pump really, really hard. You are now dazzled by this effect as your brain is trying to rapidly oxygenate. Oops. So let's give you the... There we go.
Flailing around doesn't help either.
No, it doesn't. So you are now dazzled as well. All right. Holly, third action. Oh, no, you don't have a third action. You are slowed. Yeah, you are slowed. I did forget that one. All right. Fido.
All right, let's try to use tentacles.
Oh, very well. Your arms rip off and they become tentacles.
Oh, I gotta grab all my arrows first. So I use my
Wait.
first action to grab arrows.
Didn't he say I want to use tentacles?
I don't think he can.
Well, I thought he said he wanted to use tentacles. That's why I broke all the limbs in his arm just then.
No, I didn't. There was a S instead of an N.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's okay. You grab all of your arrows, you stuff them back in your quiver as an action. All right, second action. What do you want to do?
Shoot. Yes!
Natural 20.
Yeah, finally.
Oh man,
There we go.
that would be an evil place
Definitely-
that'd be an evil place to have a jinx point, but I don't have one, so you get to have that. All right, give us a 1 to 5 and roll your damage onto the Otyug.
Let's go. One
Range
this
characters
time.
actually really do need that that 20 to get some good damage out.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, nice. All right, so 8 points of damage sinks deep into this hide of this creature. Give us a 1 to 5.
3 or 1.
1. All right. This is piercing damage. Headshot. Triple damage. Target must make a fort save or die. All right.
Well, it rolled
Nice.
triple damage.
So roll another lot of damage for me if you would.
Another lot of damage.
So just roll the damage again onto him. 7.
This was the one.
All right. And it must make a fort save or immediately perish. 26. It does not immediately perish, but that headshot did a lot of damage as it sort of because you did what 15 points of damage, so it goes into its head and lodges in. The creature reels back and drops Holly.
Yes.
Hooray!
It is now
Nice.
it starts pouring at the wound, almost trying to stop the bleeding as you hit it square in its head. All right, last
Okay.
action.
Last action. Let's go and try to shoot at it again.
All right,
Yes, I'm a glutton.
shoot her.
All right.
Oh, not bad. 15, but it's still a miss. Okay.
That is a miss.
Well, so again, just Fido, you rolled your second attack for your first shot.
Oh, that's because I had to use my first action and pick up my
no,
arrows.
no. That's not how that works.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the way it works is subsequent attacks take penalties. So your first action was picking up stuff. That's not an attack. So yeah, your first one wouldn't. So you can re-roll that one again with your second lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for spotting that, Patrick, for your continued service to being a wonderful, wonderful co-GM here. You're going to get a hero point.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thank you for the help.
And Fido, you have an inspiration from Malakisa, so you can roll that again if you'd like.
It's gonna get used within the next 10 seconds, probably.
Yeah, pretty much.
I could? Yes.
Yeah, you could
Yeah, you
roll
can.
again.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh no!
It literally like hung on the 20 for the longest time and then tipped. It's exactly what happened earlier. But this one is now a critical miss, unfortunately.
It's the only time I've
what I
ever
was
given
aiming for.
inspiration in this game.
I got my critical.
So close, so close. All right, let's find out what happens. Give us a 1 to 5.
1.
All right. Aim carefully next time. Until the end of your next turn, your attacks require an extra action.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
All right, so you're
That's
taking
kinda
some more
funny.
time to
All in all,
aim
that's actually-
carefully.
But that's actually not as bad as it could have been.
No.
That's yeah, really.
However, this creature roars in agony and retreats, making its way back towards the hole it drew itself out from. It crawls back underneath the streets and disappears into the dark. Unless someone has an attack of opportunity, or if you wish to chase it, it disappears.
Nope.
No, I just yell after it. You forgot your bread.
Tendril comes up. Grabs the moldy bread. All right. With that, our players have successfully managed to rout the Otyugh. It actually had only 10 hit points left, which is why it went, I'm really angry, but I'm not suicidal, and I'm going home. So he is left. Now at this point, naturally, as always is the case, the sounds of marching footsteps can be heard from all around. You can hear the sounds of individuals moving through the streets as members of the Korvosan Guard, the Sable Company Marines, and the Hell Knights are making their way through the streets, quelling the rebellions from all around. A member of the... Let's have a look here. Let me check this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have any secret menu characters still in play? Oh, we do.
Oh, do we?
We do. We have a secret menu character. So, emerging is a... Here we go. Emerging is what appears to be a human wearing a feathery cloak. She seems to be dressed in the garbs of a messenger. Now you know through the city of Korvosa during times of crises, messengers like this would be running back and forth between different factions with information of we need help here, we need help there, because there's no, obviously, giant magic communications relay, so they have messengers do this. A woman rushes past, and she seems to almost be lifted and carried by the wind as she moves. As she arrives, she says, sorry, I didn't see you here. Are you members of the Korvosan Guard, the Hell Knights, the Sable Company Marines, or are you independent mercenary adventurer guild sorts?
The last one.
Guild. She immediately pours through her satchel. As she does so, she gets a notification, a notice, and she says, "Who's in charge?"
That's an excellent question that we
she
really
hands it to
haven't really...
No,
she
you're
hands it
not.
to Holly.
You smell like Jack.
Yeah, she hands it. She hands it to Holly. You watch as her nose kind of crinkles up as she kind of again smells what's going on. You can kind of tell that she seems to have known what happened. Like she was nearby enough that she saw the creature as it was thing. She sort of holds her nose and she hands the note to Holly. And she says, "There's a request coming from all people who are trying to quell the riots. You have been called to aid. There is a reward offered to anyone who can help. Simply go to the castle and seek out Sabina Merrin, Captain Sabina Merrin, of the Royal Guard. She'll be able to assign you where to go. That's of course if you wish. Is everyone all right? Some of you seem particularly injured.
I'm bleeding profusely, actually.
Okay. One moment. Let me see. You see that she seems to open up what looks to be a small, almost like a cigarillo case.
Fido.
What's that?
As is Fido.
As is Fido.
Yeah.
She opens up a cigarillo case, and as she does, you seem to see that she's got two very, very small vials. She opens it up, and she then sort of cracks it in half, and she shakes it, and then she places a few drops on her tongue. As soon as that happens, you watch as the feathers change color, almost like the wind sort of, and it goes from being this blue-green to this white and yellow featheration. She steps forward and she says, "All right, who is injured?"
My
Padre will
life
step
force
forward.
is weak.
I could stand up some help.
All right. She lays her hands on Padrick, and Padrick, you heal 14 hit points.
Ooh.
Thank you. That's much appreciated.
And likewise, Fido, she does reach out and she does touch onto your shoulders, and again, you feel that kind of that healing energy. She does it one last time, and Holly, you're pretty much on full, and Dante, you both have taken superfluous damage, so she'll probably hold off. And she'll probably give the last one to Fido again. And Fido heals the rest of his damage. So there we go. Also, hi goblins and warlocks, about to start my stream. Want to drop in and say hi? Hello. Greetings and salutations.
If I remember correctly, Fido was wounded.
Yes, he is still wounded.
I would like to attempt to treat his wounds.
You may make a heal check, but we'll do that after we're done with this woman. She says, as soon as she does that third healing spell, her feathers again go back from being this gold and white to being this green and blue again. She says, "Okay, I'll need to replenish when I get back." Sorry, where are my manners? My name is Tark, and I'm a member of the. I'm a member of the Avaris Society. We offer help in times of crises. We are messengers. We are support deliverers and healers and the like. If you ever require assistance, don't hesitate to call. She hands you what looks to be a kind of a piece of card. But it's like 2 layers of wood that kind of clip onto it like a peg. So you would actually blow on the card and it would actually vibrate at a very, very high frequency. And Tak is a secret menu item character from our lovely audience, who is basically designed to come in and deliver messages and provide support if need to. So yay! There we go.
Yay! Thank
All
you
right.
for your assistance. You're very kind, Tark.
She
Much appreciated.
Yes, not at all. All right, and she then begins to move again as she runs. She is even though her body and her cadence kind of moves at a particular speed. Like I said, the wind carries her way faster, and she just begins to make her way to different groups, handing like notices and messengers. So there you go.
Alright.
It is very cool. It is very cool. Who made Tarek? It was, I think it was in one of my Hero Forge streams. Tarek was made. I need to post it up so I can lure out the person who made it, because I completely forgot. I know it was made. I know it was made in in honor of one of my audience members' 3 daughters, and we kind of collaborated and added things. I think it might have been Petiola, maybe.
Cool.
I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, I should make notes. I should really keep better notes. Anyway, I digress. The streets quiet down for a moment. You can hear the sounds of the rebellion being crushed under the weight of many of these soldiers. You have a notice telling you that if you wish to be of more service, to head to the castle. And of course, Dante, you wish to take a moment to try and heal Fido's wounds. You may make a medicine check to attempt to do so, while you are, of course, discussing your next course of action.
So Patrick's gonna turn to Holly and say, "Hey, snack size."
I am using my hero to die.
Good call there. All right.
There we go. 18.
All right. You are no longer wounded, Fido.
Yay! Thank you.
All right, Patrick.
Yeah, so I just turned to Holly and said, "Hey, snack size, can I see that letter?" As he's walking towards her. I just want to look over and see what it says on it.
You read it.
What the actual words are.
All right, the words read as follows. To whom it may concern, the city of Korvosa calls to aid. On behalf of Sabina Marin and the Royal Guard, you have been enlisted to aid in the quelling of a rebellion that is currently gripping the city. Please head towards the castle and seek out one of the guards. Present them with this letter, and you will be given further instruction. Signed, Sabina Marin, and authorized by the new queen, well, the new king, the new ruler, Queen Iliosa.
All right, well, that's essentially what we're headed to do anyway before the sewer trash monster attacked us. I'm all for continuing on that, unless anyone has any objections.
No objections.
I
whatsoever.
concur. That sounds
Let's go
like
to
a
the
good
castle.
idea.
I'm dressed for it anyway.
All right.
No objections. Either.
So, our heroes set out from their neighborhood around Zalara's castle. Zalara's house. They begin to make their way, following the streets, coming to the main road before heading towards the castle. Again, there are still a number of people fighting and battling, and some people who are just trying to loot and the like. But they are very, very quickly approached by members of the guards and members of the Hell Knights. As you arrive at the castle gates, the civil unrest has reached the very wrought iron fences that surround the castle. There is the sound of chaos and anarchy. Here we go.
I bet you never worked an honest day's wage in your life, eh, Queensman? Me
L-
brother had his arm crushed by a bear on the docks when he was younger than you.
Yep, you hear the sounds of people yelling and screaming at the various the various guards at the front of the castle. Many people throwing bottles and glasses as they break. Some of the guards are getting very frustrated and angry, pushing back against them, saying, "Stand away! Stand away!" And you hear the sound of a woman. "I bet you haven't worked an honest day in your life. What do you know about getting into the muck? All you rich folk are alike. The king looked after us, and with him gone, it's only a matter of time before you filthy, stuck-up nobles take it to us. And we're not going to sit idle. We're not going to go quietly." And the guards say, "It's talk like that that'll have you locked up." he says, locked up for free speech. Oh, what a world this is. Isn't this a fine how do you do? And you watch as they kind of, again, continue to rise up. One of the members of the mob starts speaking to the crowd. And,
Betcha now what an honest day's wage on your life, Queen's man? Me brother had his arm crushed by a bear on the docks when he was younger than you. Never
it's playing a
rested on
Sirenscape
the
thing.
hill without risk
Oh,
again.
okay.
What a
Oh.
feeling.
Yeah. So, yeah. And yeah, that is the sight that you see as you come in.
Oh.
Now, the castle itself is a large looming castle that creates a shadow that casts over the city. A terrifying testament to whatever overlord may have once ruled this land many years ago. But it was the Chelish that took over the city and this region. And you could still see its kind of gothic, very, very kind of spiked and very infernal inspired architecture looming behind you.
Hmm.
All right, it's up to you guys. You are on the approach.
The crowd is still fighting with the guards.
They're not fighting. They're just kind of more like yelling and shouting. It hasn't erupted into violence yet.
Is the old lady still arguing with the one guard?
Yeah.
Holly's gonna go over to the old lady. I know
As
that
we're walking up, Dante is going to use negate aroma on us all
Very well.
because we don't smell very good right now.
Good call. All right.
Well, that could help disperse the crowd a little, maybe.
Yeah, I resist. Like,
Well, I mean, how about you talk to one another? That'd be great. Dante says, "We all smell like crap. How about I remove? How about I remove our aroma?" And then, at which point, Patrick and Quinn point out that, hey, maybe we could use this to disperse the crowd. What is your feelings towards this?
That's wrong. We could do it that way.
I don't like smelling bad. Can you just?
It's
just sort of
smelling
try?
bad for
well,
for a
I
cause.
mean, they don't really like royalty.
For a cause.
The less you smell royal, the safer you'll be.
Oh, this,
I'm
it's not a perfume. It's an absence of smell. So it would be yeah.
But cleanliness right now.
and I'm actually wearing one of my noble outfits because my good clothes are currently being washed.
Oh yeah.
So I'm dressed like nobility.
Yeah, why don't you go talk to the people?
However, you smell like crap.
Yeah, I don't want to smell bad.
Sometimes you got to do things that might be a little out of your comfort zone to get what you want. Now we're trying to walk up to the guards through a hostile crowd, on the cusp of rioting, to go get a job to help quell these. It'd be best if we can maybe do whatever we can to subtly influence them to move away. And I think smelling like we just got slimed by a gigantic sewer monster might, contribute to that.
Can't we just ask them nicely?
Am I still covered in stone skin?
Well, it was supposed to last 20 minutes. I'd say that it's maybe been like 5 since you've crossed this area. Like, well, actually, probably a little longer. Hold on, let me check my maths here. So that's 1,000 feet. So that is about 2,500 feet. 2,500 feet. 120 foot around. So it's a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, about 5 minutes actually. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, good.
Nailed it.
Good job. You did.
All right. And
Quick math.
Patrick's gonna look down at Holly and say, mobs generally don't respond to reason. They respond to stimulus. And the best way to keep them from acting like an angry, wounded animal is to get them to disperse. Smelling really bad, I think, is probably one of the best, least violent ways to get them to disperse.
Okay, if you say it's for the best. I don't like it though.
All right.
I'm telling you, I'm not real happy about this either, but I think it's really our best course of action.
All right. Moving into the crowd, smelling literally to high hell. You begin to move through the crowd, who very, very, very swiftly begins to break apart to create almost like a bubble around you as you approach. As you get closer to the gate, the guards, God, Jesus! What the hell is that?
Yeah.
They're using
Some of your
weapons on them. No, it's like they're using. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. The crowd definitely seems to calm a little bit. All right. Again, you are approaching. What is your? I guess what is your course of action? Who are you talking to?
You got the letter,
Yeah,
right?
we'll
So yeah, the letter
we'll go
just said a guard.
Does any of them look kind of we know, like, you know, the rank insignias, so whoever is the senior, you know, the sergeant on duty or whatever.
You would see that there is the sergeant on duty. It appears to be a large man with a kind of walrus mustache.
All right. So we'll take the letter and approach him. Once we've gotten through the crowd and gotten them to disperse some, then I'll turn around to Dante and to say, okay, now might be the time to make us not stink so much.
Dante?
Dante will gladly use the negator room on everyone. And it lasts for an hour.
All right. As you do so, the guard looks you up and down. He says, "You there! Why do you approach? I appreciate that you sent some of these riffraff on their way, but I'm afraid I can't let you in. The castle's in lockdown."
We have a letter from Sabina Marin.
You present him the letter?
I look to Holly.
Patty's got it.
He's got it.
Someone
Oh
has
yeah,
it.
no, I've still got it because I was looking at it. Patrick was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't give that back."
The man takes it. Now this guy's
Present it.
this guy's a dwarven man, so as he snatches it up, he kind of like opens it up. He says, he looks you up and down. He says, "I guess they'll let anyone sign up these days. Okay, you and you, take him in." As these two guards step forward and like kind of escort you into the castle itself. Now, as a curious question, who has the medallion? Who's got the pendant from earlier?
Patrick, right?
Pendant from who? From what?
From
no,
Zalara's house, from the chest.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Is that I?
I don't
have
think
it?
it's me.
No, Fido.
It's
Wait,
it's either Holly or Fido. I suppose it'd be Dante. So.
Was it the brooch? No.
Yeah, the brooch. Yeah.
Roach,
Oh yeah, I've got that one.
All right, cool. So for those of you in the audience who want to know what the brooch is, it is this. One moment, let me get all this.
Gosh.
Or
Here we
not
go.
Zalara's at Gadrin's.
There we go. This is the brooch that was found.
That's right.
It was found at Gadrin's, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Adrian.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was Gadrin's.
it was among his belongings, and it was a symbol of the crown of Korvosa. So Fido currently has this brooch on him.
Yes.
Where are you keeping it at present?
I have it in like a pocket or pouch or something close, so it's not just out all over the place.
Sure. Not a
open.
problem. Not a problem. Okay. So, you're taken into the castle. You go up what appears to be a ramp that exists on all sides to this massive castle, and you make your way towards the central structure. Normally, you could see that several areas here would also serve as maybe a monastery of some kind, likely to Asmodeus, who is one of the patron gods of Cheliax, or even maybe Desna, who is the patron god of the native Varisians. As you are guided upwards, eventually, before long, you come towards what looks to be a massive throne room and the main courtyard of the castle itself. As you reach the end, you can see an individual who happens to be waiting for you at the top of the stairs. The guards next to you tell you to disarm yourselves.
Oh, all right. I
Like,
do so.
Looks at my lack of weapons.
I mean, is there like a check-in or something? Do we get a receipt? Like code check?
The guards are right there. Like they'll hang on to them literally while they're just standing right there.
All right, I will slightly begrudgingly hand my pistol, holding the barrel butt end toward them.
All right. They take it respectfully. They're not, again, they're not trying to be jerks about the whole thing. As they allow you to approach. There you see this individual here. A woman dressed in silver armor, clad in a red robe. She has a large sort of plume on the helmet. And as you approach, she says, "Welcome. I am Sabina Marin, captain of the Royal Guard. And if you have answered the summons, then you are one of the people who are making efforts to try and stop the violence that is happening here. Good. There are many who are upset at the recent news, which I am sure you are already aware. The king is dead. However, the queen in her mourning has not only the suffering of the loss of her husband to deal with, but now the city's underbelly has emerged to its surface in order to try and wrest power away from those who truly deserve. Will you aid us in this time, and will you help us put an end to the rioting?"
Absolutely. House Misselwaite is at your service, and Holly does an actual proper court bow.
Do I know anything about Sabrina's reputation in the city?
Make a society check.
Society.
You know that she is the captain of the Royal Guard. You know that she is like the kind of right hand to the Queen. Like you would normally have a very particular bodyguard that would travel with you. It is known very commonly that Sabina Marin is Queen Iliosa's guard, but that is all.
All right, so I don't know enough to know if she's like considered shady or honest.
No, not at all.
Well, yeah, I don't think rebellion and rioting is really good for anyone. Whether or not people have legitimate beefs, there's better ways than burning stuff down.
It is the desperate acts of the desperate people.
So tell me, Captain, are any of the ramblings going on with the people in the streets, do any of them hold any truth?
Truth and deception hold no sway when it comes to restoring order. There is a proper way and place in which to air grievances, and it is certainly not through the suffering of the other members of this city, nor is it to spit in the face of the crown. It is why the Sable Company and the Hell Knights have been mobilized, but this in itself is also not enough. We are reaching out to individuals such as yourselves, independents who seek the same sort of peace. Should you aid us in this time, then you will be provided with a small boon from the Queen, as well as an audience.
I mean, that sounds all well and good. This seemed to really just kind of explode out of nowhere. I mean, I haven't had my ear quite to the ground, but is there any suspicion that there might be some, I don't know, underlying motivating force stirring up, smacking the bee's nest, as one might say?
There are likely
that's the word.
There are likely countless culprits who seek to disrupt the peace here in Korvosa that we have all fought for. Evil entities and villains, such as the Spider King and Gadron Lamb, are among a few of the many who seek disruption and discord.
I don't think Gadron's got anything to do with this.
Well, and he won't be a problem anymore.
No.
I'm happy to help Korvosa and its people.
By chance, looking around her and around the area, is there anything that has that the symbol from that brooch on it?
Yeah, the tabards, the statues, the crests, the shields, the napkins, the towels,
pretty much everything in the room.
The underwear.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can check their. You can try roll a grapple check to try and check Sabina and Marin's underwear.
Wedgie. Oh, you look.
We're trying to get a job, not killed.
I go. We found. You mentioned Gadron Lamb. That is too coincidental to be coincidence, if that makes any sense. We found this, and I pull out the brooch.
Looking at the brooch, she takes off her helmet, revealing herself. I don't have a good picture of it, but I'm gonna try and. There's a better picture of her than the one in Fantasy Grounds, so I'm gonna use that one very, very quickly. So please bear with me for 2 shakes of a lamb's tail while I very quickly 1, 2, 3, 4, beautiful, 5 and 6. Did that work? Nope, that's the wrong map. Come here, you. There it is. Beautiful. All right. Create image record. There we go. Just pulled that off the internet. I love Fantasy Grounds. All right. All right. There we go.
Eyes on her face.
That is exactly the one I managed to come across.
Yeah. Well, that is actually a more accurate depiction of Sabina Marin. So she takes off her helmet as she looks at the brooch. She seems obviously nervous or kind of, not nervous, but she seems a bit disrupted by the presence of the brooch. She immediately turns and says, "Where did you acquire this?"
It was in amongst Hadron Lamb's personal effects after we killed him.
She stops and a small smile creeps across her face. She looks at the other guards and says, "You, keep their weapons safe. Return to your post at the front entrance." She looks to you and says, "Please follow me." She doesn't take the brooch off you, but she curtly moves and makes her way into the castle. Do you follow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But of course.
As she walks through the corridors in the castle, she asks your names and titles if you have them.
I go by Fido.
I'm Quinn.
Patrick Perdita. I don't have a title.
Dante.
Lady Holly Mithilwaite.
She doesn't even turn back to you as you say these names. Eventually you come to this large set of double doors emblazoned with the symbols of the imp wrapped around and emblazoned in battle with the Coatl. As the doors to the throne room open, you can see that black curtains line this entire space. And in the center of this room, you can see what looks to be the mourning figure of a woman dressed in black. What you see is the queen. She looks up at you, tears flowing in her eyes. And as she gazes upon you, here we go. That is her image right there for you guys to look at. As she looks at you, Sabina introduces you to the queen, giving each of you the exact introduction that you had given to her. And she says, "My queen, in your honor, I present to you these individuals who have found something of note among the riots." The queen turns and is a vision of beauty despite the black mourning dress and veil she wears in honor of her husband's death. She sits herself upon the throne as she wipes tears with kind of like one of those like very, very intricate black napkins. She kind of dabs at her face. She says, "What have you found?" She then, Sabina Marin, then looks towards Fido.
I present her with the brooch and mention, we found this in the personal effects of Padron Lamb after we killed him.
She grabs at her chest, almost as if someone had stabbed it. This brooch was stolen from me some time ago. I had not expected to see it ever again. And truth be told, here you are. On my darkest day, you come before me with kindness. The return of this brooch is much more than an honorable deed. It is inspiration. It is hope. She gestures for Fido to arise and approach with the brooch.
I do so. And to show respect, because I've been in this type of situation 1 or 2 times before, once I get within, say, 5 feet of her, 10 feet of her, I go down to one knee.
She says, "Please." She sort of asks you to rise, just as you're kind of kneeling. Like she doesn't want you to kneel at this point, and she takes the brooch from your hand and clutches it. She says, "You are truly a mechanical marvel, and your friends. It looks as though the found family that has been around you, Master Fido, has done so much for Korvosa that they do not yet realize. I love Korvosa, as my husband did before me. His death has shocked me as much as it has this city. But I will not see his legacy destroyed in death. I will not see my city torn apart. All of Korvosa stands at the precipice of disaster wrought by her citizens. The riots may not continue, and I fear that while the night may be beginning to quell, This is merely the beginning. She looks to Padrick, Quinn, Dante, and Holly. You all have my thanks, having done my heart a great service in the return of my precious heirloom to me, on this, my darkest day. You shall be rewarded. And perhaps, if you see fit, there is more that we can, the city, that we can gain from your example. She gestures over to a server, who immediately rushes off. He then returns very swiftly with a silver box. Inlaid into the silver box is a velvet cushion and 12 gold ingots imprinted with the royal seal are displayed inside of this chest. As the sparkling gold glitters in the light within this chamber, she says, This is but my gratitude as I can afford. But there is more that you may do for Korvosa, and much Korvosa stands to gain from you heroes. What shall we call you? If one would have such a name. This is a chance for you to name your group, should you wish to. If you do not wish to, then that is also fine.
Fuck.
I love it. That's the reaction.
Spring that on us.
Yeah, that is always the reaction that players give whenever it's like, now name your group. We're the good old boys.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
we're
Sorry.
we're getting ready to break so we can think about it, right?
Yeah, okay, very well. I'll allow you guys to break about it. Who would be the one telling the queen?
Oh no.
Just in general, it doesn't matter who. Just like who would.
Well,
I feel like Holly's going to keep talking.
All right. So in which case, Holly, you look around to the others, and as you do so, you open your mouth, and that is where we will cut for today, and we will come back next week with more. No, we won't be coming back next week. No, next week we are on break because I am in the country. I am in the wild. There's a wild Michael in the bush somewhere. Yeah, so there will be no game next week, but we'll be back the following week where we will be continuing our adventure. Now 21 adventures. Thank you for the raid. I'm wrapping up. I'm wrapping up, guys, but real quick, just get real, guys. Now 21 adventures. How are you doing? I hope you had a wonderful and amazing game. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. For those of you who don't know who I am, I do D&D stuff. I do tabletop stuff. It's a lot of fun here. Feel free to give us a follow. And, of course, stick around for the raid because we do tons of channel point-based audience participations in our shows and stuff. So it's like 250 channel points. What's not to want? Hit the follow button. Wait around for the raid. And there you go. 30 seconds and you get a ton of points. Now, today, I'd like to thank, of course, my players, of course, who are my Patreons to my channel. Patreons to my... Yes, Patreons to my channel, that's right. Get to play with me at the Mythic tier, so these guys are all my Mythic Patreons. I am looking for more Mythic Patreons for a Friday game, which I am running. It is an Asian-style Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure as well, so if you have wanted to play with me and are available at 8 a.m. AWST on a Friday, then go check out my Patreon at patreon.com/deadaussiegamer, and maybe it's something you can have fun with as well. Yay! Had to pick by target, and your name was on my list. Hey, Rev Tommy. Well, guess what, Rev? Your name's on my list. As awesome people. There you go.
Hey.
I can have a list too. No, it's fine. All right, guys. So we're going to go and raid. We're going to go and find someone to love. Let's see who is out and doing stuff. I believe that we have a few good friends of ours doing things. I believe Goblets and Warlocks was doing stuff, if I'm not mistaken. We should go and hang out with them. I like Goblets and Warlocks.
That is quite an interesting name.
yeah,
It is.
I like it.
Let's see. They're not showing up on my list. That's
Mother trucker.
That's very weird. Oh, that's a shame. All right. Well, I'll definitely go and raid them. I have to go check if I'm sure I'm following them because I have gone and seen them a couple of times. Instead, however, we will go and raid Scarlet 64.
Goblets, Warlocks?
Yeah, goblets, warlocks.
It looks like they just started.
Ah,
That might be why.
okay, might be.
Because
Unfortunately,
I'm on their stream right now.
okay. Unfortunately, because my thing's not showing up, and I can't just sit here until it decides it wants to refresh. I'm gonna have to pass the raid on. But we do have another person who is running into the abyss, which is Scarlet. Scarlet is a wonderful and amazing streamer, musician,
Yes, she is.
role player, a wonderful human being. And I am really, really enjoying a lot of her streams and stuff like that recently. So go check her out, hit that follow button. And guys, if you really want to support my channel, right? Anytime we go raid, flood their chat with emotes, love emotes, raid emotes, all the things you can do, because if they can't see chat for a while, I consider it a glorious victory. So thank you everyone for coming and joining us. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Thank you to my wonderful players once again who performed spectacularly today. I will be back tomorrow on WASD20 live on YouTube, so go be sure to check that out. If you want to see all of the notifications on when and where I'm doing stuff, come hang out on my Discord. And if you've got questions about D&D and RPGs, boom, right there. Come check it out and say hi. All right, till we meet again, guys, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.